an 18 race car. So you are given a target, and according to position and speed, you have to figure out when you reach your target. So you're given position 0 and a speed of +1, and you can either go from your position, adding what speed you're at, and then your speed is your speed times 2. Or from your position, you could go to R. If your current speed is positive, your speed is changed to -1. If your speed is negative, it's going to be equal to 1, and your position stays the same. So from any position, you could be going A, accelerated, or you could be going R. So you're supposed to basically return the count of how many moves you have to make to reach the target from this position based on these rules about how to move. So essentially what you want to do is we're going to use breadth first search with an initial position of 0 and initial speed of 1. Then we're going to do this. You're going to create a queue with a pair. So this pair is going to be, I mean, we could create a custom class, but we're just going to be using the Java pair so that we don't have to create a custom class, because we're only keeping track of 2 things, with the position and the speed. And so yeah, we're going to create the queue with the pair. The initial value is going to be the initial position, while the queue isn't empty. We are going to say, is this the target? If it is, then it's great. We're going to return how many moves we've done. Otherwise, we are going to calculate 2 things. We're going to calculate if you get A, we're going to add to the queue the new position and new speed. And we're also going to calculate R to add new position and new speed. And so basically, we're going to say, you know, if my speed is positive, we're going to make it -1. If otherwise my speed is 1. And this whole time too, we're going to use hash set because it's easy to check with O of 1 to check to see if we already visited this position we're at. If we already visited the position with the speed. Okay, so using BFS, create a queue with the pair. And it's going to be a pair, and it's going to be the position, which is an integer type, and the speed, which is going to be another integer type. I'm just going to call it Q. And for this, we are going to say Q add. We're going to do a new pair. That is just going to be position 0 and a speed of 1. I'm going to use this hash set that I was talking about. I'm going to create it here. I'm going to make it a string. To keep track of whether we have been there. So I'm just going to say hash set add 0, 1. This is going to be the string, just so I know if I've ever been at this position and this speed before. It's just easy to check with the string. And then we're going to have our answer is going to be equal to 0 right now because it's 0. So while our queue isn't empty, while we're still going through our queue, we'll have to say, okay, let's go through all the items in this current so we'll say and we'll have our current, which will be our pair. So our position will be current get key of this pair, and the speed is going to be the current get value. Less than size I plus plus. Okay, so we're going to say, first of all, if the position we're at is equal to the target, that's great. We are going to return our answer. But if it's not, the first thing we could do is just say, well, first of all, if we haven't seen this before, we're going to add it to the hash set. So if I can add this to the hash set position and the position with the speed, because it's my new position, and then my speed times 2. It's going to be the next place that we're at. So if I can add it to the hash set, meaning if I haven't been to this next spot, I'm going to then add it to the queue. Queue add, I'm going to do this new pair, and the position is going to be the position plus the speed, and then the new speed is going to be the speed times 2. Okay, so if I haven't visited, I'm going to add it to the queue. That's going to be if I'm going forward. So what if it's going reverse? So so if we're going to say we're going to say this, the first case could be the position plus the speed is greater than the target. Or the second thing it could be is the speed is less than 0. And position plus the speed, it's still less than the target. Okay, so if it is either one of those cases, we're going to say the speed according to here. If your speed is positive, it's going to be -1. So is my speed positive? If it is, it's going to be -1. Otherwise, it's going to be 1. And so we're going to then check again here if we can add this new position, a new speed. If we can add that to the hash set, we're going to add it to the queue. Position and okay. And if we get through that, we are going to increase our answer by 1 because it's going to be one more move. And if we get through all of that and we never reach the target, we are just going to return -1. Okay. All right, let's see if that works. Okay, and let me submit. And that works. It's not super fast, but I feel like this is the most succinct way to write it and most understandable. All right, that's it. Thank you.